Good morning, children. So, student, let's start the second topic of chapter number 6, staffing. That was the process of staffing. In the first video, we have learned about that what are the different concepts of staffing, how in wider concept the staffing has been defined, and what was the definition of staffing in the narrow concept. We have read about the human resources management, where staffing is a part of HRM. Now today in this video, children, we will be reading about the process of staffing, how properly a staffing process can be done from management side or from a organization. So student, in the process of staffing there are certain steps which we will learn today, and you have to learn these steps in a sequence only. The steps sequence will not be broken from your side. Now see the sequence. In the process of staffing, the first every manager or every organization has to follow this, that is estimating the manpower requirement. It means every manager or every organization has to first estimate or identify that how much manpower or human resources are required in the organization. That is the first step. Once the requirement or identification of human power is done, the second step is to recruit them. In the process of recruitment, basically they have to search these human power. Once the searching process has been finished, then the third step in the process of staffing is selecting from among the application. It means after the searching process, the organization might get so many application. Now from the application, it becomes the duty of a manager to select those employee application which are applicable for the job. Now once that is done, the next step is placement and orientation. Placement and orientation basically means joining a job or beginning of socialization of employee. Once that is done, the next is training and development. In this process, time to time, for the development of organization and for the development of employee, the owner has to provide training so that development can be done of employee also and even for the organization also. Next is performance appraisal. Performance appraisal basically means where the trainer used to, after providing guidance to the trainee, the trainer used to see the performance and evaluate and judge its performance. Next is promotion and career planning. Now promotion and career planning are basically these days necessary for every organization. Just because of this, they can address the career related issue and promotion issues of employee. And the last step in the process of staffing is compensation. Compensation basically means that all organization need to set up a wages and salary plan for their employee. So that is compensation. So these are the different steps which every manager or every organization has to follow while going through with the process of staffing. Now we will be going through with these steps deeply, students, and the first step for this is that is step of estimating manpower requirement. Now you can see from here also, in the first step of staffing process, it involves the following: making inventory of current human resources in terms of qualification, training and skills, assessing future human resources need of all departments, developing a program to provide the human resources. Job analysis is an incentive way of finding details related to all job. It means in the first process where we are estimating manpower requirement, as an organization owner, the manager, the people has to search how much manpower is required into a different department. For that they have to go through with certain activities, like they have to make an inventory of current human resources, like how many particularly department currently the human resources are working. They have to make inventory of those. What are their qualifications? What are the training? What are their skills? That inventory has to be made. Now after making that inventory, they have to assess the future human resources need of all department. It means currently how many people are working there, and in future how much are required. That has to be find out. Next is they have to develop a program to provide the human resources, job analysis. These are just a way by which we can develop our employee, those who are currently working there, and we can find out the related job in outside also. So basically in the first step of staffing process, what we are doing, children, we are basically doing designing the organizational structures. We are analyzing by taking certain decision that into different level of organization how much human resources are needed. We are finding or estimating the manpower into different areas by specifically their educational qualifications, their skill, their experience, and then after finding those we are making an inventory by which we will be able to search the employee. So basically the first step is to estimate the manpower requirement and make inventory of that. Next is recruitment. Once the organization identify that how much resources or human resources are required at future and how much inventory are available in the present, the second step is recruitment. Recruitment basically may a process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for job in the organization. Recruitment is basically, it refers to identification of sources of manpower, availability of making efforts to secure applicant for the various job position in an organization. So recruitment basically means where we are searching the employees, prospective employee which we have identified in the first step. After searching those employee, then we are stimulating them or we are encouraging them so that they can apply for the job in our organization. So this process is known as recruitment, which is basically searching and encouraging the outside people so that they can come and join the organization. This searching can be done by a different way of advertisement also. Now once the search has been done and encouragement has been done, next work will be selection. Now selection is a process of choosing and appointing the right candidate for various jobs in an organization through various exam, test and interview. Now selection process basically means where we are choosing the different employee according to the skills which are required in our organization from the application which we have got. So in this process, when lots of application has been submitted to the organization, those people who want to work, we used to select those application or those right candidates which we required in our organization according to their skills, according to their qualification, and for this we have to take different type of exams, tests and interviews so that we can find out right person for a right job. Now next is placement and orientation. Now once the selection process has been done and we have find out a right person for a right job, now next work is placement and orientation. Placement basically means joining a job, mark the beginning of socialization of employee at the workplace. The employee is given a brief presentation about the company and is introduced to his superior. Basically in the placement we are allowing a person to join the organization job. We are going through with the socialization process where we are introducing the employee with the other employee of the workplace so that easily they can work with each other. And orientation is just introducing the selected employee to other employees and familiarizing him with the rules and policies of the organization. Now placement refers to the employee occupying the position or post for which the person has been selected. It means when we are talking about placement, placement basically means it refers when an employee has been placed into a particular position for which they have selected. That is called placement. Orientation basically means where we are introducing that new employee with the older employee of the organization so that work can be done in a proper way. So once the selection has been done, it becomes the duty of a manager that he has to place that right person who has been selected into a right position, and once placement has been done, the job position has been occupied by the employee, he has to introduce that new employee with the older employee of the organization so that better coordination can be done between the employee. Now once the placement and orientation has been done, now next step in the staffing process is training and development. Now children, systematic training help in increasing the skills and knowledge of employee in doing their job through various methods. Development involves growth of an employee in all respects. It is the process by which the employee acquire skills and competence to their present job and increase their capabilities for higher job in future. So two terms are there, that is training and development. When we talk about training in simple word, we can understand that it's related to that area for which an employee is going to work in the organization. It means we provide training to the employee according to their work. Now when we talk about the development is not growth in one particular area. It is growth in all over the area of an employee. So training can be understood by a narrow, but development is a wider concept. So what people seek is not simply a job but a career. Everyone must have the opportunity to rise to the top. Means if somebody has been given a post in the middle level, they should be trained even so that they can promote it to the top level. Now the best way to provide such an opportunity, how we can promote the people or how we can promote the employee, for this the best way is we should provide them opportunity to facilitate employee learning into the organization. Either this learning can be in-house training center or it can be in out-house training center also. So if you talk about training is basically developing a particular skill by which the employee can able to work more properly. But when we talk about development basically means increasing the skills, or development basically means giving a growth to employee not into a particular way or particular skill but into all over the areas. Now next is, once we provide training and development to the employee, next work is performance appraisal. Now performance appraisal basically said that after the employee have undergone a period of training and they have been on the job for some time, there is a need to evaluate their performance. All organizations have some formal or informal means of appraising their employees' performance. Performance appraisal basically means evaluating an employee's current and past performance as against certain predetermined standard. The employee is expected to know what the standards are, and the superior is to provide the employee feedback on his/her performance. So the performance appraisal process include defining the job, appraising performance and providing feedback. It means in this performance appraisal process, when the training has been provided to the employee, it is concerned with rating or evaluating the performance of employee. Transfer and promotion of the staff are based on the performance appraisal only. Means when we give training to our employee for a particular skill, now it becomes the duty of a manager that they have to judge that after getting the training, what is the performance of an employee. Is the performance has been improved or not? If the performance of an employee has been improved, according to the improvement, they have to give in transfer and promotion also. So in performance appraisal, first thing the manager has to do is they have to set a standard of a work, and then they have to check or verify whether the employee is able to get that standard or not. If they got these standard after evaluating the performance of employee, then the manager can provide promotion or transfer to the staff. Now the next process in the staffing is promotion and career planning. Now promotion and career planning said that it become necessary for all organization to address career related issues and promotional avenue for their employees. Manager need to design activities to serve employee long term interest also. They must encourage employees to grow and realize their full potential. Promotion are an integral part of employee career. They refer to being placed in position of increased responsibility. They usually means more pay, responsibility and job satisfaction. Now when we talk about promotion, we said promotions are an integral part of people career. Everybody want to get promotion. That is the reason we call it's an integral part of everyone career. But how we can able to get promotion, or how we can able to give promotion to the employee? Once the performance of employee has been evaluated from the manager's side, and if they find that the performance of employee is matching with the standard performance of work which has been decided by the manager, we have to give promotion to all those employees by which they can have the job satisfaction also. And always remember children, promotion is always an integral part of their career. Now next is compensation. Now every organization need to set up a wages and salary plan for their employee. That is called compensation. Paying what we are taking from employee, we are taking the work, what we have to give them back, that will be the payment. And for this payment, how we are going to do it? We can do it on the basis of wages system also, and on the basis of salary system also. That is called compensation. So every organization has to set up a wages and salary plan for the employee. There are various ways by which we can prepare these pay plan. It completely depends on the worth of the job also. Now basically the price of job need to be determined. Compensation therefore refers to all form of pay or rewards going to an employee. It means if we are paying a salary to the employee, and with that we are giving another benefit, that will be also included as a form of compensation. So it may be in a form of direct financial payment like wages and salaries, or it can be other incentive also like commissions, bonus. Indirect payment are there like providing employee houses, insurance, medical facilities, vacation facilities. So these all are indirect way. So when we talk about the compensation, we can able to give it in two manner. It can be a direct also, or it can be indirect also. Now children, compensation, you have to remember that direct financial payment are again in two type. Direct financial payment basically means when we are talking about salary and wages. So even we talk about salary and wages, that is direct financial payment, which is a part of compensation. It will be again divided into two way, that is time based or performance based. Now as the name is saying, time based said that where we are paying employee according to the time paid what they are giving to the organization. And when we talk about performance, it means we are paying employee according to their performance. Now a time based plan means salary and wages are paid either daily, weekly or monthly or annually. But performance based plan basically say salary or wages are paid according to the piece of work. Like for example, a worker may be paid according to the number of unit produced, so that can be known as performance based. A worker can be paid according to the time or day, that can be known as time based planning. Students, with this we have finished with the process of staffing. I have already told you that when we will go through with the process of staffing, we have to go step wise only. The first is estimating manpower requirement, where we are finding out that how much human resources are required in the future. Then recruitment, where we are searching those employee, those human resources which we have finded in the first step. Third is selecting from among the application. After searching has been done, we select the employee from all the application which we received in the organization. Once we have gone through with the selection process, then we appoint the people for the job, and orientation basically said that socialization of the employee with the older employee. Next is providing training so the skills can be increased, and development means developing the whole or all the areas of a employee. Now next is performance appraisal. It means after providing the training, a manager has to see first, the manager has to decide a standard performance for the employee, and then he or she has to evaluate that whether the employee was able to achieve the standard performance or not. Once that performance has been evaluated, on the basis of the performance, the manager has to provide promotion to the employee, and promotion is always an integral part of career. Once that is done, the last step is compensation. Compensation can be given into two manner. It can be given directly or it can be given indirectly also. When we given salary, wages, that is directly. When we given other facility to the employee, that is called indirect way of compensating the employee. Even children, the direct way compensation also can be given into two manner, on the basis of performance and on the basis of time. Time basis means when we provide salary, wages monthly, daily or yearly, that is called time basis. And when we provide salary, wages on the basis of output given from the employee side, that is called compensation by time. Compensation by time basis or compensation by performance base. So with this we have finished with the process of staffing. In the next video we will start the different part of or the different source of recruitment. Thank you.